I have no idea how to do a book review. That's false. I've actually done plenty of them in college and in high school and things like that, but it's been a minute. So I recently just read this book called The Authenticity Project by Claire Pooley. This is what it looks like. I got it from my local library. Yeah, today is going to be all about a review. I just want to start off by saying first, I have never done a book review before, so I don't really know what this is going to be like. I did Google how to do a good book review, so I hope that whatever, we're just gonna jump right in. I don't want to spoil anything because if you do want to read it, I think it's really important for you to dive into it yourself. I did write a review on Goodreads, so if you want to check that out, the link will be down below where you can actually view my in-depth review of the book. But in a brief summary, this is pretty much what I wrote about it, just clearing it up in a couple sentences. The Authenticity Project first introduces an older gentleman named Julian Jessop. He is an artist, very eccentric, who writes his own truth in a plain journal. Leaving the journal at a coffee shop, Julian's goal is to get the journal shared amongst strangers so they too can put their real self forward and write their truth. One of the things that I really liked about this book, and I even talk about it in my review on Goodreads, is that each chapter is pretty much the story within the character. So for example, the first chapter started with Julian, and it's going to say Julian right up at the top. And then the next chapter is going to be Monica. And then the next chapter was Hazard, which was the third character who ended up getting the book. What was really cool about it was every time you read each chapter, it was as if the personalities were changing. And another thing that I liked about the book was that there would be, like, for example, a story would be told in Monica's chapter from her perspective. And then in the next chapter, let's say Hazard was the next person, the same story would be told, but through his perspective now. So it kind of like unraveled, different bits and pieces that you didn't get through one person's story. Another thing was that a lot of the characters, they came from different walks of life. They had different ethnicities. They were of different age groups, different jobs, different sexualities. So there was a lot of differences in each of the characters, and I feel like a lot more people could actually relate to, one of the characters in some way. Give it a star rating. I would give it a 5 out of 5. It's been such a long time since I found a book that I couldn't put down. This is pretty much how that book was. If anything, I had more anxiety because I wanted to read faster to know what was going to happen in the book. In terms of like the writing style, it was very fluid. It was easy to read. If you read the ending part of her, her biography and like where this concept for this book actually came from, these are things that she did experience. This was something very personal to her. So anyways, guys, yes, 5 stars for this book. Again, it's called The Authenticity Project by Claire Pooley. Please comment below if you guys have actually read the book. Let me know what you think about it. So thank you guys for watching. Where was I? And I got cat hair from kissing her. I love her.